Greetings, technology enthusiasts. I am Chandrahas and I am delighted to be here with you representing CyberBrainer. Do you not believe that the technology sector is advancing at an unprecedented rate, making this an opportune moment to acquire the skills that will facilitate your progress? With CyberBrainer, we are empowering you to take control of your own future. At CyberBrainer, we do not merely impart your interests. We assert that information is power, yet it is the application of knowledge that distinguishes you. Our courses are meant to equip you with essential skills, whether you are pursuing data science, understanding artificial intelligence, or delving into cybersecurity. Let us commence the session and seize the future today. Thank you.
To create a report which will give the number of employees part of the supervisory organization. That is your task. Say a custom report. Yes, you have to create a custom report which will give you the tasks. Employee counts part supervisory organization. Supervisory organization. Your client has given you this task. One sec. What would you do? Count of employees. For supervisory organization. Can you see my screen? Yes, I can see your screen. First of all, your first option is to check what business object you have to use, right? Because you have to identify the business object to create any kind of custom report. Now, first I need to create a custom report. Yes, remove the S after reports. It should be a custom report. A custom report. No. Yes, remove the S from the reports. Singular. Ideally what you? Just remove the T ones from the end. Remove what? The T, remove the T only. But don't press enter, remove the T. You see the first option. Today is 17th of October. Create the report like start with Srinidhi or ASR. Whenever you create a report, keep the naming convention is like keep the suppose for the time being you are not done completing the report. The naming convention should be a VYP. Work in progress. Ideally, the naming convention is YYP. Maybe you saw at once you have to mention that. Suppose for this one, it would be an advanced report that we normally do for our understanding. The report type would be advanced. Now you tell me what data source you should use. We are finding the employee count for the supervisory organization. This employee data, we have the worker data source. Data source, what we should use. What happened? A search with the organization. There are multiple. You have to find the organization. by primary business object. No search with organization, right? Nothing was coming. Search again. Or just a straight to partial. Enter, enter, press enter. If you click on there, it will again refresh the got. Now it is coming. Learning assignment by learning organization. Payment employee review by templates and organizations. Only 4 are there. Calculate balances for organization. Can you check whether the optimized for performance is checked or not? I don't think I checked it. Remove that. Now you search with organization. Organization 60. You just search with now. As you are seeing organization, you are getting multiple. Now you search with supervisory organization. Oh, clearing the checkbox enables to select non-index in non-index because you report on slower. What was the difference between index and non-indexed? My index will be faster. It is saying non-index, it will be slow in saying performance. But if you select the index, if you optimize performance, you won't have all the fields available for your reports. Why it is like that? It is not having suppose for your better performance. What do? Do you normally search with any number, right? You don't search with the text. It would not show the non-index field in the data. Now should I keep index or no? Non-index. You should not check optimized performance. Because if you see the data source, click on the related action of the data source. Can I go? No. Click on the related action of the data source. 1 second. Click on triple dot. Click on triple dot just beside super. Data source type is standard, right? For index 1, you would get index here. But this is not index, right? Because if you want to find the index supervisory organization, that does not exist actually. That is why if you are checking the optimized performance, you are not getting the supervisory organization. Now you press. Now what is that? You can see the report name, report type data, source filter and everything. Now you add a column like supervisory organization name. Where do you add that? Add a column. Yes, add a column. Supervisory, the organization name you have to add. What is the name of the column I'm adding? Organization. But I mean you have to add the field. You don't have to remove the business object because the field you are adding it is coming from a business object. What is the field name? Field name is organization name. If you are seeing organization by name, it is you can select the second option. And check the related action of this field. The field displays the organization name, allows you to drill into the detail of the organization and access the related action. This is the one you are supposed to select. Now you select the organization ID. What should I select? Organization ID in a column heading override. No. Now you add organization ID, second one. Yes, another one. You select the related action. There may be a case that you selected something, suppose, and you are not getting the value in it. Then in that case, you would have to shuffle a little bit. Select another or maybe try out another field with look similar. Like that. Now you have access. What is the symbol for this? This is actually self-referencing object. If you select, it looks like a mouse or something or what? Every time Workday delivered, I can see that if I know what is this. No, that is a self-referencing object. You can see the field type mentioned. Self-referencing instance. You can see that right. Just a little below. But this symbol, it will show for the field source Workday delivered right. No. For the one self-referencing instance, it will show like this. Difference between self-referencing instance and the other instance. For self-referencing instance, you can drill down to the organization. If you click that, it would open in a new tab. It is not a text. It is kind of URL. Many we got. Are you getting country? Are you getting country option here? Can you see my screen? Yes, I can see. But do you think that any of these options is suitable for you? Yes, it is not the right one. Now you select again, search again country, search country. Country. That went by account. Open the second field in a different tab. CFNGK. Right click, open in a new tab. I did right click and open in a new tab. Now click on that link. Click on that link. The new window. You can see the new window right. Click on that name. Right click on the link. I open a new tab. Yes, right click. No, right click. Continue. Right click. Oh, right click. This is what it's coming when I right click. See new tab. Oh man, lot of things are there. This is the field what somebody has created. And I told you, when somebody creates a calculated field, it should start with CF, right? This is the field actually, but I want you to create this field yourself. Primary location country you want me to create. How do I close this? Go back. Go to the previous tab. Now you have to create a different field, calculated field. Open a duplicate tab or does a new tab. Here in the field what I do. You keep it black now. Open it, open a new tab. New, maybe a duplicate tab. You have to create a calculated field. Searcher, you have to create a calculated field. What is the task for? Create calculated field. Right? No, this is not the task. You have to create calculated field. That's why I said create CF. But is it coming the option? No, not coming. Then it should. It is not a correct task. You search with a little detail. Search with create calc. But don't press enter. Calculated field. But they were using the abbreviation CF and all that. That you will see now. Field name you have to give. And what would be the field name, Srini? I'll say country. Know what I told you? That calculated field name should always be start with CF and make it in capital. Now you have to pull country right. You can keep. Make it C capital. You can do whatever you want. But these are the naming conventions. Convention should be standard. It should be standard. That once you do it in your client tenant, they should not feel like you are new to work there. They should feel like you are already up. Correct? Business object you have to select. What would be the business object? Something related to country. No, you are creating this calculated field for employee. To put it inside a report, right? You have to see what business object that report is using. We are getting employee count by this. Supervisory organization. Then go to the Create Report tab. Go to that tab. What business objects you are using here? Supervisory organization. Correct. You copy that and paste it there. This window is coming in the top. We use Alt tab. Sorry, Control tab. Supervisory organization. Search with supervisory organization. Now, these things are very important, Srinivek. Try to keep them in mind. If not, then you write your own note. What kind of calculated field you should use? We are trying to do count of employees. No, this for thing, I mean for this field only. You are trying to pull the country value. But that country value is not present in your business object. You have to pull it from some other business object. For that case, you should use lookup related value. What should I use? Lookup related value RV search with LRV. Lookup related value. Search with LRV. How do you search? Search up, write LA or press enter. Scroll down. Scroll down that function. Oh, here lookup related value. Got. Now you can just have a note or maybe take a photo of this. Now, your purpose is to bring the country. Now search with you are trying to find the look of search with country first. Country no matches. Once again, you are getting only 5, like before. But this is not the one. Search with location. Usually, when we are creating some custom report average, minimum how many days we can say to finish the report. I mean, it actually depends on the complexity of the report. It is a simple report, then it takes 2 days. It is a medium days, it takes 4 days. It is a complex one. Normally, it takes around 6 days time. Ranges between 2 to 6 days. 2 to 6, but some report may have 1 month of time as well, depending on the complexity. 1 month? Yes, because some report is maybe having a lot of records. You have to bring everything in the same report. You have to create maybe 200 calculated reads. That would take time. In that case, it may take more than 2 weeks also. It completely depends on the content of the report you are creating. Got. Now you can see location. Click on the related action of the location. I went there. It's a Workday delivered. It is a primary location for the scheduling organization. Now you start with location again. Type again. Before selecting, just try to go in a couple of related actions. Now click on the related action for location primary. Don't select that now. Select. No, don't select. Don't select. Don't select. Search with location again. You take your mouse at the right side of location, primary. You see that. No, don't click. Just go a little up. Go a little up. Take your mouse on the second row. Second row. Now you take your mouse and click there. You are seeing the related action. It is telling the description primary location for this organization. This is simple. You have to select that. Before selecting, always go through the related description of the fields. Correct? Now, as you have added lookup related to it. What is the lookup field? The lookup field is creating the bridge between your existing business object and the business object from where you are trying to pull the value. Understood? Now, your purpose is to get the country. Now you search with country. Return value right. Country. Return value is the value what you are returning. Simple. Select the first one. You copy this. You copy the name. You copy the name. Bill name, you mean. Before that, your naming convention should have the CF underscore the type of calculated field. For your case, it should be CF underscore LRB underscore country. How can you do that? How should I? Right click on this. I can. No, you go to the related action of the field. Calculated field edit. What did he say? CF underscore. It should be the abbreviation of the calculated field type. What is the calculated field type for this case? I don't know. No, you can see already right at the top. Look up related value. These. What should be the abbreviation? LR underscore country. It should be like that. See, Srinivas? I mean, if we just go through the content, course content, and if I share the details one by one, the course would be completed, but you'd have the practical experience of the thing, right? This is practical. That is why I prefer to go by training this way. It's always better because the person doing is better already. Because I can do it. But if I can do it, I do it. You don't remember it yourself. Correct. Now you have added the calculated field. Now you put this inside the custom. Now you have added the country, right? Now you select the employee count. Employee count. Got. Now the first. The related action first. Before selecting, always pick the related action. Update delivered. Count of employee count only the primary position for a worker. Select that. Select this. Now you select the distinct count. Another field. Oh, they are giving field itself as a distinct count. What is the setting? Employee count. Distinct count including subordinate. Some of the employees, some of the organizations count the worker only once if the worker has a primary job and additional job in the organization and subordinate organization. You cancel. Close this window. Now you try to create a calculated field. First run this report. Sorry. Before running this report, create a filter. Create a filter. Create a filter and which will give you an option to select a supervisory organization. Where is it? No, you close that window, the previous window. Cancel. Close this. No. The report window, where is it gone? It should go back. No, if you have not saved that, it would not save. Oh, where to start again? Select the other tabs and see whether that is there or you closed it by mistake. In this tab, let me check. Let me close a necessary thing. This I close. Now I go here. I didn't check the report. First of all, you have to check whether you are creating one report right. Is it created? That you have to check first. What is the task to do that? See, it's a CI go. It's what kind of report that's here, right? It's a custom report you created, right? What is the task for create custom report? Create custom report. Don't press enter. Select create custom, no custom. This one now. Report, no. Report, custom report. This is going to customer. This one. This is the task to create custom report. Now you have already created the report. What is the task to view that custom report? Should I give the name here? No, you have to search it right. I have to go here, no. Create customer report task. No, you already created that report, no. Oh, then there in the bottom there is a custom report. I can select that custom report. You can select that. But the task to view a custom report is search with create custom report. Sorry, view custom report. You press save this, save this. Once you save it, you have it. I think it is already saved. Now you have to open the custom report. You have to close all the windows and just open a new one. View custom report. Yes, keep this task noted. That would be needed in your. This all terminology we have to remember. That's important. 1 second. I need to get a mouse. Wait, custom report. New custom. Now, but it went to customer satisfaction. I can view customer report here. I'm saying integration. Should I go to schedule function process? What I should do here? Now click that view custom report. I click on top. Click that. Now you search with a name, your name. What report name is? Oh, you should remember what are the names you have created. Maybe search with Srini. You gave 2 days later. 17. This is the custom report. Do you see the fields you have created coming here in the below? Once. Tell me now. Are you getting the fields you have added to this report? Let me go down. I don't see field says business object because it was not saved. I don't see the field. It did not save actually. You should have guessed. I think you know because the window when we set it before seeing, yes, you have to edit it. You have to click the related action. Once you have this kind of problem, go to related action and edit. I have to select the fields again. Again, What is the fields? This is supervisory organization. Oh, I have to be cautious next time. Then this. Next, I have to say again supervisory, right? No, it is actually supervisory organization by ID. Last. Correct? Now you select country. Select the country field you have created. What was your field name? I fill the second one. CFFRAT. CFAC. Correct? And we did the count. Count and distinct count. Can I select multiple fields at a time? It won't allow. It allowed. It will allow? Yes. You have to add multiple rows and keep on adding fields. Got. Now we have all the fields. Should I say? Before that, go to the filter tab. Go to where? The filter. Go to the third tab. What is the filter? It shows the data in a certain way. Otherwise, no. You have to add a prompt for the user that the user can select the support for which they want to see the data count. You have to add a filter which will have supervisory organization. User parameter you can see. What should I say here? You have to add a field, right? Supervisory organization. Check the headings. Why it is? You can just see the error message. You have to add a field named supervisory organization. Oh, field, sorry. Let's wear it. What they deliver self-referencing instance. You can see that. What is self-referencing? You will see that once you open the report. Then it says operator. Select the operator. Frequently used all. Yes, frequently used. Is equal to some pre-provisionary operation equal to or in. Are we going by a certain range of organizations? Range of organizations. Each you should select in the selection list. In that list, in list on the selection list. It will show you if you add 3 organizations at the time of running the report. Comparison type. What is the options? From the user for the value, and comparison value. Default prompt 1, prompt 2. I think only one prompt to default prompt. There's only one value. Then say no. If you select from the user for the value, you have to give a value. Go to all option. Go where? Go to all options. All option. All option. Where is it all options? No, just go to the right. Now you click on the comparison type. Got it. What you're saying. All options here. And select value from specific another field of value specified in the filter. You are planning to give it to the user. You are giving to the user. What are the options we have? You have only two options. We're asking the user to enter the value. Yes, but you are asking the user. If he or she does not select a value, then also it would run the report. The second one, I have to select. Second one. Now I say, it's asking to enter the value. Too many results. My favorite. I didn't add any. Let me see. The account. No, you can just search the accounts or something. Account. Searching accounts HR. You would get some. Our technology. I can select multiple. Send. That is the area for which you have to select in the selection. Only one organization. There are some employees count. Supervisory organization. Organization by ID. Organization by ID is just abbreviation, right? Actually, you should. My purpose is to get the organization ID. The ID you are getting here is not the correct one. Next time you try with reference ID. Now you see the difference. If you see the HR operations, you see the employee count as 0, right? But if the employee count distinct count, including subordinate organization, it is coming as 9. That's how come. It is actually including the subordinate organization also. It is calculating the organizations which is coming inside the HR operations hierarchy. Suppose you have the main top level organization. You have 2 subordinates. Inside 2 subordinates, there are 3 more subordinates. These are the Workday configuration. You should say, now you add a field which will create show. If that distinct count is less than 5, if the distinct count is less than 5, it would show low. If it is 6 to 10, it would show medium. If it is 10 and above, it is high. You can write it in a notepad. What did you say? If the employee count distinct is 0 to 4, it is low. Distinct count is what is the range you are saying here. 0 to 4 low. Next, 0 to 4 low, 5 to 10 is medium. Small medium company like that you see. Supervise. I want you to show, depending on the number of employees, it would show the value. If the organization has up to 4 employees, it would show low. If the organization has 5 to 10 employees, it would show medium, else high. It is like a meat health condition. And that would be your home water. The modification for this? Yes, try to do it today, because if you do it, then we can continue from the same home water. We will continue like this till tomorrow. Once you are habituated with all these things, we will start with I will share the details of the composite report. This, for example, when I am selecting the distinct count 0 to for the field. If I am thinking loud basically, then if I have to add another field here over to report. If I add another field, that is. Here if I have to give a range. No, you have to create a calculated field for this. Got. Like LRV country we created, I have to create I will just give you 2 hints. I will give you one hint. You have to use evaluate expression and true false condition to achieve this one. Evaluate expression and true false condition. What's the second one? True false condition? False. Yes, these are the 2 calculated field types you have to use while creating this record. Got. And I can say refer to my field I created. CFL. Got. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.